Hey guys, today we're going to have a rematch between the two new start decks featuring some past support modifications. MetalGarurumon's going first. Security setup. Digimon standby. Let's open the digital gates. Hatching, Tsunomon evolves into Gabumon, then into Gabumon X, and for 2, into Garurumon X. Turnover, hatching, Kurumon evolves into Agumon, then into Agumon X. Now for 2 cost, into Greymon, then into Greymon X, and finally for 3, into MetalGaruRumon. Turnover, Garurumon X moves out. And for 3 cost, evolves into the ST15 that can evolve for 3 from any level 4 with Garurumon in its name. It goes for security. With Tsunomon's inheritable, 1 draw. With Gabumon's, 1 draw. Then trash Nidhoggmon from the hand, triggering Nidhogg for +1 memory. And then with WarGreymon's own on attack, Gabumon is trashed from the hand to allow it to unsuspend. Check on 8k, 2k on Agumon X, trashed. It goes for a second swing. Since your hand is back down to 6 cards, Tsuno triggers another draw. And since ST6 Gabumon's inheritable isn't once per turn either, that's another draw, and trashing from the hand Underworld's Call, triggering a second draw. On 8k again, check. It's the Tamer ST tie, now played for free. Now for 0 cost, WarGreymon will X evolve into WarGreymon X. There are no targets to bounce, but on evolve, it unsuspends and goes for a 3rd swing. Their hand is now too big for Tsunomon's inheritable, but with ST6 Gabus, 1 draw, and trash a Gabumon. Check, but it's 11k on WarGreymon ACE, so WarGreymon X is taken out. But with Garurumon X's inheritable, they can survive deletion by battle by trashing 2 evolution cards of the same level, so they will trash Gabumon X and Gabumon. Finally, for 4 cost, Mat is played and turnover. MetalGaruRumon moves out. And for 3 cost, it will be imbued with the power of the Crest of Courage, evolving into the indomitable War Dragon, WarGreymon! 1 draw. On evolve until the end of your opponent's turn, this Digimon gets +3k DP and reboots. With that, it attacks, aiming for WarGreymon X. With Kurumon's inheritable, 1 draw. Even though WarGreymon X has Garurumon X's inheritable, it currently does not have enough evolution cards to survive another deletion by battle. But to that, Matt has this to say. Counter timing. The evolution condition is 3 cost from any level 5 with Garurumon in its name. Thus, harnessing the power of the Crest of Friendship, WarGreymon X will now blast evolve into MetalGarurumon ACE. 1 draw on the opponent's turn. On evolve from the hand, they are going to trash just 1 card, a Gabumon, in order to steal 1 memory. Now the attack connects, but just as WarGrey's Brave Tornado is about to rip through MetalGaruru with Garurumon X's inheritable, MetalGarurumon ACE will survive this battle deletion by trashing WarGreymon X and WarGreymon from its evolution cards. And now that the attack has resolved, forced turnover. At the start of the turn, Matt bumps the memory up to 3. Active, WarGreymon unsuspends with reboots. Draw, hatching a Tsunomon. Evolves into Gabumon, and then into Gabumon X. Now MetalGarurumon ACE goes for security. On attack, by trashing 1 card from the hand, another MetalGarurumon ACE, they delete the opposing Digimon with the lowest level, which is currently WarGreymon. However, with Greymon X's inheritable, WarGreymon currently has resistance to both effect deletion and effect bounce, so it survives by trashing the Agumon X and Agumon of the same level from its evolution cards. Since they trashed a card from their hand, Matt is suspended to gain 1 memory. And since Matt's hand is now back down to 6 cards, 1 draw. Now MetalGarurumon ACE is in the middle of attacking, and although WarGreymon is unsuspended and strong enough to win in battle, because Matt stole the turn before Tai could make it a blocker, there is nothing it can do but watch. Check. 5k on Greymon, trashed. Now, for 1 cost. Infusing his partner with the power of the X-Antibody, Matt will command MetalGarurumon to stand up and evolve into the mechanical hunter of the icy wastes, MetalGarurumon X. 1 draw. On evolve, unsuspend his Digimon and it gains blocker until the end of the opponent's turn. Not only that, when it becomes unsuspended while having MetalGarurumon or X-Antibody in its evolution cards, it now bounces all opposing Digimon of the lowest level to their owner's hands. But once again, with Greymon X's inheritable, WarGreymon survives this by trashing both Greymon X and Greymon. So it is now out of resistance. But at the same time, Matt seems to be out of removal ammo. MetalGarurumon X goes for security. Final security check for Tai. And it is 8k on MetalGreymon, frozen over and obliterated. The score is now 5-0. Now for 2 costs, the Gabumon X in the raising area evolves into Garurumon. And for 4, a second mat is played and turn over, hatching a Kurumon, which evolves into Agumon. Now although MetalGarurumon X is finally out of battle deletion resistance, without Raid, WarGreymon is only strong enough to tie against it. So for 3 costs, they'll have to start by playing a copy of BT12 Tie. On play, they give plus 1k DP and blocker to WarGreymon until the end of the opponent's turn, which now attacks MetalGarurumon X, 1 draw from Kurumon. So finally, the Steel Wolf is taken out, melted down by a Gaia Force. At the same time, MetalGarurumon ACE's overflow triggers, giving Tai 4 memory. And with the piercing from MetalGreymon's inheritable, check, 1k on Gabumon, trashed. Now for 3 cost, Tai will play a new Agumon. On play search, 1, 2, 3, and 4, they pick MetalGreymon, as well as Tai. Now the newly played Agumon will X-evolve into Agumon X. On evolve search, 1, 2, and 3, they are definitely gonna choose Greymon X. Now for 2 cost, Agumon X will evolve into the Black ST Greymon, since it can evolve for 2 from any level 3 with Agumon in its name. Triggering BT12 Tai's second effect when one of your Digimon evolves into a Digimon with Greymon or Omnimon in its name. By suspending this tamer, gain 1 memory, allowing them to now X-evolve into Greymon X. And then for 3 into ST MetalGreymon, since it can evolve for 3 from any level 4 with Greymon in its name. And with that, turn over. Active, draw, Garurumon moves out. Matt has to do something because Tai has next turn lethal just by evolving this MetalGreymon into a WarGreymon ACE. First, for 3 cost, Garurumon will evolve into WarGarurumon, but without battle deletion resistance from Garurumon X, it's not free to attack. So it evolves into WarGarurumon Sagittarius mode. Finally, for 3, Gabumon is played and turn over. Active, draw, and Agumon moves out. At the start of the main phase, since the opponent has a Digimon in play, Agumon gives 1 memory. Now first for 2 cost, Agumon will evolve into Greymon, suspending BT12 Tai to gain 1 memory. And now the fresh Greymon will X-evolve into the limited BT11 Greymon X. It's time. WarGreymon attacks, aiming for security, with Kurumon's inheritable 1 draw. And finally, it can make use of its Raid ability to change its attack target to the unsuspended WarGarurumon Sagittarius mode, triggering 3 inheritables on their field. ST Agumon and ST Greymon from under Greymon X, and ST Greymon from under ST MetalGreymon. When an attack target is switched, gain 1 memory times 3 for plus 3 memory. For now, Tai chooses to save his ST15 effect. And finally, with WarGreymon's all turns effect once per turn when an attack target is switched, it unsuspends. In response, Matt has just one thing to say: counter timing. Once again, he commands WarGarurumon Sagittarius mode to blast evolve into a second copy of MetalGarurumon ACE. 1 draw. On evolve, he trashes 3 cards from the hand: Gabumon, Underworld's Call, and Ging Kakumon promotes, stealing 3 memory and gaining 1 draw, and suspending both copies of himself to steal another 2 memory. Now the attack connects, but now that Sagittarius mode has evolved until level 6, it provides its inheritable, which is the same as Garurumon X. So, by trashing 2 of its evolution cards of the same level, Gabumon X and Gabumon, MetalGarurumon ACE survives the battle, so piercing doesn't take effect, and it still has enough evolution cards to survive a second raid from WarGreymon. But Tai has another idea. For 6 cost, he plays the option card Trident Arm, de-digivolving MetalGarurumon ACE by 3 stages: 1, 2, and 3, down into Garurumon, and forcing Garurumon to attack at the start of the main phase. With overflow, the memory flows back to 1, turn over. Matt bumps the memory up to 3. Active, draw, hatching, Tsunomon. At the start of the main phase, since the opponent has a Digimon in play, Gabumon gives 1 memory, but before anything else can happen, Garurumon is forced to attack. 1 draw from Tsunomon's Inheritable. And in response to this forced attack, Tai declares counter timing. The time is now. A blast for a blast, an ace for an ace. Unleashing the full power of the Crest of Courage, MetalGarurumon will now blast evolve into WarGreymon ACE. 1 draw. Now at the block timing, BT12 WarGreymon blocks and unsuspends with its effect. The 3 ST Agumon and Greymon Inheritables trigger, stealing 3 memory. And with ST Tai's effect, when an attack target is switched, he is suspended for 1 draw and giving plus 2k DP to WarGreymon ACE. Now the battle resolves, Garurumon is taken out. Now first, the Gabumon on the field will X-evolve into Gabumon X. On evolve search, 1, 2, and 3, they are going to grab MetalGarurumon X. Tsunomon evolves into Gabumon. Then for 2, the Gabumon X on the field evolves into Garurumon. On evolve, draw 1, and trashing a Nidhoggmon from your hand, they recover back 1 memory, putting them back to 0. Matt is not going to use his effects because there's not much he can do with 2 memory. He's gonna save it for the opponent's turn. Now Garurumon X evolves into Garurumon X. And finally, for 3, into ST WarGreymon. And with that, turn over. Active, draw, hatching, Kuromon. This time at the start of the main phase, plus 1k DP and blocker is given to WarGreymon ACE. Now Kuromon evolves into Agumon. Now, although Tai already has lethal on the board, Matt has a level 5 on the field and can steal up to 5 memory with his Blast Evolution play. So first things first, Tai has to start by attacking with BT12 WarGreymon. 1 draw from Kuromon. Of course, it waits to switch targets to the unsuspended WarGarurumon, triggering ST Agu and Grey again for memory plus 3. He also chooses to suspend his new ST15 version for 1 draw and plus 2k DP to WarGreymon ACE, putting it at 15k DP in total. Finally, WarGreymon unsuspends. Matt remains silent. He chooses to let WarGarurumon take the hit. And with Garurumon X's Inheritable, WarGarurumon can survive by trashing Gabumon X and Gabumon from its evolution cards. And it still has enough to survive a second raid. But with the safety net of 6 memory, Tai is now filled with the courage to go all out. WarGreymon ACE goes for security. With ST MetalGarurumon Inheritable, it's attacking for 2 checks on 15k. First, it's a Garurumon X before the security battle. Since a card has been removed from the opponent's security stack, WarGreymon ACE unsuspends and blows right through Garurumon X with its Great Tornado. Second, but there it is, another tamer in the form of Matt. Now things are starting to look a bit suspicious. With 3 Mets, MetalGarurumon ACE can steal up to 6 memory, and with the right hand, potentially 7. To avoid that outcome, before he resumes his advance of courage, Tai will pay 6 memory to drop Trident's Arm. And of course, de-digivolve WarGarurumon all the way down to the level 4 Garurumon, which can no longer blast evolve. BT12 WarGreymon attacks it with Raid, destroying it, and with Piercing, another security card, which now allows Matt to play a Gabumon or Tamer with Matt in its name from their hand or trash for free. They don't have any spare Matt, so they play ST16 Gabumon from the trash. Unfortunately, its memory gain is only at the start of the main phase. Now Greymon X goes for security, 1 draw from Kuromon, final security check for Matt, and it is Ginkakumon Promote. On 6k DP, it is enough to counter-strike Greymon X. But with that, the unsuspended WarGreymon ACE attacks. Matt has no blockers on the field and no security remaining. It's a direct attack and the match is over. The winner is Tai and WarGreymon.